So for finding percent increase and decrease, we have some useful formulas that are written here, and we'd like to look at them briefly. For percent increase, we have the old value, whatever that was, times 1 plus s, where s is the decimal form of your percent, equals the new value. So sometimes that's really handy to use in this form. Other times you want to use it in this form down here. And so I'll show you percent decrease, the exact same formula, except remember we subtract off the amount that the interest rate. Here you're adding the interest rate, here you're subtracting it off. That's the only difference between those two formulas. For the percent increase and decrease, you can also use this form of the formula if you're trying to find the percent increase or decrease. This one's very handy. So you take old, the original value, minus new, the current value or the subsequent value, subtract those two, take the absolute value. So basically what the absolute value is telling you is you don't want to get a negative answer, and if you do, flip it so it's positive, because we just want to know how far apart those 2 points are. So you could do old minus new, or you could do new minus old, either way, but we just want the positive difference between the two, and that's what those absolute value bars are telling you. And then divide that whole thing by your old value. And that's going to give you the decimal form of the percent. If you want to convert it to a percent, like say you come up with 0.03, remember just multiply 1 by 100 and then you'll have 3%. It'll be in percentage form then. So if you need it in percent form, multiply by 100. All right, let's use these formulas here. It says use the bar graph below to answer the following questions. And here are our questions. What year had the largest number of barrels, daily number of barrels produced onshore? So keyword there, onshore. And so when I'm looking at the charts, I'm just looking at the gray bars for this question. And which year had the largest daily number? So where is my gray bar the highest? And it looks like right here it's the highest. And that was in 1990. 1990 had the largest daily number of barrels onshore. Okay, how much oil was produced onshore from 1960 to 1980? So we're talking about these 3 columns. And we want onshore again, so we're still looking at the gray bars. So we want to add up all of the daily crude oil production. And so for this one we have 6,643, 7,082, and 7,716. So I'll just add all those. We have 6643 plus 7082 plus 7716 equals 21,441. So for this range of time from 1960 to 1980, 21,441 barrels, but let's look here, it says thousands of barrels, so we either have to say thousands of barrels were produced, or we have to say 21,441,000 barrels. So you have your choice. You can write it out as the number of barrels, or you can leave it in the units of thousands of barrels, but either way you've got to specify which way you went, so I know. And so other people know too.